Hey everyone, we're here today getting ready to take the seats out of the bus. So it's day one of bus reno. We have a good idea of what we need and we will see how it goes. Here's some of the stuff that we have. Ready our tools. We're going to start with our impact gun. With the 3/8 head. I already checked some of the bolts on the seat. I have some cutoff blades ready to roll for the angle grinder, hammer, some old sturdy screwdrivers for prying. I have a flat bar and some channel locks. My trusty little heater. Just in case it gets a little chilly, we've had a snow day here today. We got our drill all set up, more bits if needed. I will get started, and we have quite a bit to do, but I don't think it's going to take much. This bus was serviced pretty well. It's pretty rust free. I'm going to go ahead and get started on working while I have some free time, and hopefully you guys can see as I move forward. Okay, so that was a lot more difficult than I had anticipated, but I learned a lot already from the first seat. We thought our bus was in pretty good condition. It is. You know, whatever rust you're gonna get rust unless, you know, you're living somewhere you don't have much weather. But we have rust, so our nuts on the bottom of these are rusted, so they're pretty much seized, and grinding them worked, and the drift pen I'm using as a punch, so it's tough to get through. But I did discover that it's much easier to get these guys, take these off the bottoms of your seats first. That way you have easier access to where you can cut all your bolt heads off. And it's just a simple clip here attached to the seat frame with a Phillips head. I can show you. There's a couple there. But if you take those off, it seems like it'll be much quicker, and that'll give you more room to work to get the bolt heads off. So I'm going to go ahead and probably just go through and take all these seat bottoms off the frames first, and then it's gonna be a very time-consuming process of cutting each bolt and punching it through the bottom and taking the seats out. So definitely longer than what I had anticipated, but we're gonna get it done. And I'm just gonna go jump right to, you know, I tried it with the impact gun and it wasn't working. So, you know, once that's out of the question, no more fooling with it. Just put it to the side and cutting. Time to make some more sparks. Okay, so I finally got like a system, and I have some time-saving advice hopefully here. I found what's gone quicker. I now have 1, 2, 3 seats out. I'm about to take the 4th one out. So I've had to add a couple tools here, but I'm only down to using about 4 or 5. Like I said, the first thing you want to do is take the bottom of the seat off, and I already took this one off here. So you just, once you get those clips off, you have your frame exposed, and you have this L channel that runs all the way, you know, the length of the bus, and that's where the other side of the seat is mounted to, and it has bolts with nuts on the bottom here. And so what I did, I got a couple vice grips and put them on there, and I brought in my trusty socket, and it seems to work. You get those two off just by, you know, simple socket, and then the only thing you have to cut, or you should have to cut, because, you know, those bolts are obviously inside, so there's no weather to seize any of the nuts on there, so they come off fairly easy. But these guys here, you have to, well, at least I have to grind those off, and it makes it a lot easier once you get those off. It's easy to just pop the seat up, and there's no hammering or punching. Yeah, I might have to give it a little tap to convince the bottom of the bolts to fall through, but it's nowhere near as hard as the first seat. So each seat is taking me about 15 minutes. The other one took me about 20, just because of a little bit of fighting the bolt to go through. You can see here, didn't go all the way through, just had to pop the seat off. But 15-20 minutes per seat, so it's definitely going to take a while, but I got it down now to where it should be a lot smoother process, and it's, you know, you'll find whatever works best for you. This is what's working best for me, and we're just going to keep on attacking it. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours, almost exactly, and I got the whole row here of seats out. So after I told you guys to use the grinder on the bolt heads on the outside, and I was using the vice grips on the backside frame. And that seems to be the best way to go. It's definitely fast so far. Should be quicker this time, minus some brakes, and me trying to figure everything out. I know now what to do, so hopefully this row goes a lot quicker. So we're gonna find out. We're obviously gonna have to take this guy out. We will take that out last, just because I know the kids are gonna come on the bus and want to check everything out. But we're gonna keep at it. Hopefully by the end of the day we are seat free. Okay, so I'm back to give everyone an update here. I have about 4 seats out now of the second row, but I did do some changes just to check stuff out because I had them. I have a couple different blades. This is a diamond tip metal blade, and this here I don't know, some kind of like carbon or whatever. But if you've ever used these blades here, you're gonna probably want maybe a face shield or yeah, definitely safety glasses. These kick off a ton of sparks because it eats the blade up really quickly. but it works a lot faster. It's a lot faster to cut the bolts out. Whereas this one works really well, but the blade, the other one I was using, you can see it right there, she still has some life in her, but it definitely takes a lot longer to cut the bolts. Just a tip, you know, if you're wondering what to use and what the difference is, less sparks, more time, and these guys, you know, a lot quicker, way more sparks. And you're gonna have to get multiple of these, you know, because you're gonna be changing these out a lot. So, you know, maybe it's probably about the same in time, you know, because you have to change so many blades, but I like to feel like I'm making a lot of progress, so that's why I chose to do. So here's where we are with the second row. We have the heater there for the rear of the bus, and we'll deal with that later, but that's as far as we've gotten so far, and I'm just gonna let this roll for the rest of the process here, and we'll keep you updated.